Welcome to This Week in Orthodoxy, the world's only online video newscast focused on events in the life of the Orthodox Church. I'm Emmy Louveris. These are some of the stories making headlines this week. The State Department designates ISIS actions against Christians and other religious minorities as genocide. Philoptochos women in New York feed the hungry, and former Appleton Parish makes major contribution to St. Nicholas National Shrine. First up from Washington, D.C., the Secretary of State, John Kerry, designated that ISIS' heinous actions against Christians and other religious minorities as genocide. His announcement came just days after the U.S. House voted unanimously in favor of a concurrent resolution that did the same and follows similar action from the European Union. Just the second time a U.S. administration has labeled actions as genocide during an active conflict. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry, who co-led the unanimous House resolution, commended Secretary Kerry and the State Department for making this important designation. He continued, the genocide against Christians, Yazidis, and others is not only a grave injustice to these ancient faith communities, it is an assault on human dignity and an attack on civilization itself. The United States has now spoken with clarity and moral authority. Nate Lance, advocacy manager for ICC, stated, "International Christian Concern is grateful that Secretary Kerry has decided to call ISIS for what it is, genocidal. Their killing, enslavement, human trafficking, rape and destruction of Christian and religious minority communities in Iraq and Syria can be classified as nothing else." Although there is uncertainty and disagreement regarding the next steps, having the genocide designation in place raises international concern and solidarity against ISIS to the highest level. This is an important step in defeating this group and restoring freedom to the communities that they have terrorized. International Christian Concern, ICC, is a Washington, D.C.-based human rights organization that exists to help persecuted Christians worldwide. For advocacy and assistance to the worldwide persecuted church, go to persecution.org. And next up from New York, the Ladies Philoptochos Society has been the philanthropic arm of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese for over 85 years, fulfilling their mission to help the poor, the destitute, the unemployed, the hungry, the orphaned, the imprisoned, the widowed, those with disabilities, and the victims of disasters. With over 400 active chapters nationwide and 26,000 members, Philoptochos is able to respond immediately to needs and crises and works through national and metropolis boards. They spearhead many programs that help people in all walks of life. Feeding the Hungry is one such program, and the Philoptochos women of New Rochelle, New York, are working towards taking the sting away from homelessness, even if it's just for one day a month. Bringing together members of their community, they prepared meals, provided warm clothing, blankets, toiletries, and above all, compassionate hearts as they worked for this homeless outreach ministry. Meeting and speaking with those who came in, the ladies were struck by the gratitude and thoughtfulness of people whose own circumstances were unfortunate and still had enough place in their hearts to think of others and save food and blankets for them. What is incredible about this ministry is the way in which love and care expands and grows as the Philoptochos ladies work together, serving and witnessing Christ in the eyes of each one of the homeless who came to them that night. Visit philoptochos.org to learn more about Philoptochos' major initiatives like Feeding the Hungry, 250,000 meals, the Children's Medical Fund, or the St. Nicholas National Shrine at Ground Zero. Be sure to visit philoptochos.org. And lastly, St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church in Appleton, Wisconsin recently held its last service. While this parish within the Greek Orthodox metropolis of Chicago is merging with another, its parishioners wanted to be sure their parish would be remembered forever. Struggling for years to keep its doors open, the congregation approached their hierarch for some direction. And with the blessings of the Metropolitan, they decided to donate $100,000 to the construction of the St. Nicholas National Shrine in New York City at the site of Ground Zero. The sum is a portion of the remaining assets from the sale of property and prior savings in Appleton and will allow the name of St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church of Appleton to be forever placed among the shrine's benefactors. St. Nicholas in Wisconsin will live on as a part of St. Nicholas in New York. And in news from OCN, OCN brings you another way to share the beauty of Orthodoxy with the world using Spark, the latest downloadable OCN app. An Orthodox Christian news portal, OCN Spark, provides information about events going on in the Orthodox Christian world and persecuted Christians everywhere. The app makes it easy to share news and articles with friends and allows you to make prayer requests for those who are suffering. Visit myocn.net to easily download OCN Spark from iTunes. Much like public radio and TV, the Orthodox Christian Network relies on support from its viewers, listeners, and myocn.net visitors like you. In honor of OCN's 20th anniversary, anonymous donors have issued a $20,000 matching challenge. And for every dollar you give, $2 will be donated. Be a part of our growth and make a contribution today where your donation can be doubled for just a limited time. And remember, you can access the many breaking stories, blogs, podcasts, and videos available on the latest topics of interest on myocn.net, on Facebook, or watch us on our YouTube OCN video channel. That brings another edition of This Week in Orthodoxy to a close. Wishing you a blessed Lenten season for everyone here in our OCN studios. I'm Emmy Louveris. Let's go forth in peace.